Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa, and it looks like Orisa is going to get a buff of some description whenever the hell the PTR updates, because they are currently testing crazy Orisa buffs. Well, I say crazy, they're not actually. They're only minor changes. So let's check this out. This is a post that was on the official forums by Troll Torb. And this is what he says. So after having played Orisa for 90 plus hours, it's clear to see that she needs a buff. Not only does her Fortify feel like it's not enough, but her damage output is non-existent. And I feel it's like this way. She's one of the most underrepresented heroes in the game because she just hasn't got the damage output to make people feel happy playing her. I mean, almost every other tank does more damage than Orisa. That's crazy. Blah, 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 blah. And he goes on to say, now, it's not a very, a great worded post, let's be honest, but it's valid in what he's saying, and this is what Jeff actually says in response. We don't think she needs a mega buff, although I beg to differ. We are experimenting with some minor improvements, so apologies for no details. We're trying a few things right now, and not all of them are going to stick. Overall, we feel like she's not far off from where she kind of needs to be. Now, if we look at this is from Overbuff. This is the hero pick rate for the last week, and it's pretty much the same story if you go for 3 months, 6 months, whatever. These are the bottom picked heroes. Now, Doomfist, he will obviously go much higher. Don't get me wrong, Doomfist is super powerful. He will not be at the bottom. But we've got Orisa, Sombra, Mei, Roadhog. Roadhog's been killed, obviously. Bastion, right? Bastion, Mei, and Sombra, very specific hero picks. And so is Orisa. This is the problem with Orisa, right? She's got a ton of issues, but I think the biggest issue is she just doesn't really work in Overwatch, which sounds really harsh, right? But look at the other tanks in this game and look at what they do, right? Look at Winston. Winston's a dive tank, highly mobile, gets into action, drops down his dome shield, powerful, yeah? Great at taking out squishy targets, great for dealing with Genji, etc, etc. Then you look at Reinhardt, okay? The standard tank, I guess you could say, the standard anchor tank, which is what Orisa is supposed to be. Reinhardt moves forward in chokes, he protects his team. Yeah, Reinhardt's okay. Reinhardt's actually coming back into the meta pretty strong now, especially with the Zarya and Doomfist buffs. Well, Doomfist buff. The fact that Doomfist is out on the server, ladies and gentlemen, or out on the live servers. And then you look at Roadhog, has been deleted from the game, and D.Va. Highly mobile, defense matrix, etc, etc. A lot of all these other tanks, with the exception of Roadhog right now, because Roadhog has been absolutely murdered by Jeff and the team. Although, yes, he's getting buffs on the PTR whenever the hell that decides to update. All of the other tanks have got a use. Orisa doesn't really fit into any kind of role. So what we've got to do is look at Orisa and look at how she just doesn't work, right? There is one point Orisa, I would say, is good on, and that is Nepal Sanctum. And the reason for that is Orisa can set up in the corner. She's got full vision of the entire point. She can fire at everybody, and she can use her mini grav pulse, her halt ability, to pull people into the pit below. Every other map where you take an Orisa, she just doesn't really work, in my opinion. Oh baby, this is the new Unit Lost t-shirt. It is the Good Aim, Bad Positioning t-shirt. These are available in the store right now, link in the video description below. If you buy one of these, you have a chance to win one of 10 of the golden limited edition Unit Lost t-shirts. Oh baby, it is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So what about the other maps that she works on, right? Me saying she doesn't work on a lot of maps might be unfair, right? I like using her on Hanamura First Point. She can work quite well. I've actually played her in ranked games, and it actually has performed pretty well, and these are pretty high-level rank games that I'm playing in, so it's not like it's like, lol, troll, some gold-level game, I'm playing Orisa, she's fine. No, this is against teams that might be running dive, and for some reason, seems to catch them off guard. There are cheeky things you can do with Orisa and Torbjorn, so you can basically put Torbjorn's turret behind Orisa's shield. On Horizon Lunar Colony, the first point there, you can put Orisa's shield down and put Torb's turret in, yeah? And it can be quite strong, because they have to come onto the point. Orisa's fairly good when people are on top of her. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what is the problem with Orisa? She just doesn't move very fast, and she's very inconsistent damage. Honestly, that is the main problem I see. Oh, and of course, she's got a massive hitbox, so Hanzo can pretty much just scatter arrow you at will and kill you. So, movement. This is what I think they are going to buff, right? They're probably going to make her move slightly faster. She is really slow. It's ironic because she's got 4 goddamn legs. She's like a centaur, right? That's what she is. She's like a big horse, robot, woman thing, right? She should be able to move quick, but she moves really slow. Because she's got a massive body, she's got a massive hitbox. It means that projectiles, hit scan heroes, pretty much anyone. If you're playing Soldier, if you're playing McCree, if you're playing Hanzo, whatever, but like anybody, Genji, it doesn't really matter, right? Tracer, you can go in and you can absolutely annihilate absolutely annihilate this hero because it is so easy to kill, to damage, to farm ultimate charge off. So what about damage? Yeah, Orisa has inconsistent damage. Now, I remember Orisa when she was on the PTR, when she was first launched. She actually did more damage. She actually had more ammo in her weapon. And she was pretty crazy. Like, I remember at the time saying, Orisa's damage blocked versus Orisa's damage done, it's pretty much the same. Like, you can go into a game and do 25,000 damage as Orisa, and that would be normal. At the time, it wasn't really dive comp, so there was a lot of Reinhardt about. Orisa could sort of spam into like a lot of barriers and stuff and do like a lot of damage. You could argue that a lot of it was probably pointless damage, but you could still do a lot of damage. Then they changed her. They reduced the damage. They reduced the clip size or a magazine size, whatever you want to call it. And we've got the Orisa we've got now, which is this. Honestly, she's not very potent. That's the problem with Orisa, right? She has no sort of bite. If you look at the other tanks, they've all got something they can do which can damage you. I mean, poor Roadhog, yes, he used to have his hook combo, but that's gone out of the window, so he can't actually do that to you anymore. But hopefully Roadhog is, gets some love. Although it's more defensive focused on Roadhog. But whatever, this video is not about Roadhog, it's about Orisa. You look at Reinhardt, he can charge you into the wall. If you get close range on Reinhardt, you know he's going to do a lot of damage to you. You look at Diva, well, she's just Diva. She can defense matrix in your face. She could use a bomb to blow you up. She can jump on top of it. There's a lot of things, like the tanks have all got options here. Orisa doesn't really have an option. Orisa goes to a position, puts her barrier down, and then plays around the barrier. But she's so slow that when the game is moving as fast as it is, she has major problems. And Orisa, I think, is probably the most poorly designed hero in this game. Now, I don't mean that... well, how can I say it? Like, I do mean it. I've just said it. But I don't mean it in terms of, like... wow, Blizzard have done such a bad job. The guys who have made this hero, oh, she's so bad. What I mean is, she just doesn't really fit into the game, and I find it, yeah, like, I've got on record saying, I'm pretty sure the reason why Doomfist has come out now, in the state he's in, and he's a fantastically fun hero to play, and I think he's a great hero, is because the last hero launch of Orisa was horrifically underwhelming. Like, you look at Anna's launch, that was fine, Anna's a great hero. In fact, Anna was a fantastic hero. When she first came out, it was like, wow, this hero is awesome. And then you looked at Sombra again, a very complex hero, but still a hero that has uses. And then you get Orisa, which is this combination of sort of other characters' abilities, and just didn't really feel too great. And then nobody plays her, because why would you play her? Because she's immobile, which is a major issue in Overwatch when it's all based around mobility. So guys, I've been Stylosa. This is Unit Lost. I think the Orisa buffs we're going to get will definitely be centered around her movement speed. Fortify could possibly be looked at. I don't know whether they're going to do too much with Fortify, because I think that's a decent ability as is. Her ultimate, I think, is a great ability, actually. I kind of like her ultimate. Her projected barrier, I think that's okay as well. Like, I'm fine with that. I just don't like the fact that she's so slow. And maybe they could do something like increase the speed of her projectiles on a weapon slightly, so she can put out a little bit more consistent damage. I don't know. Guys, I'm in Stylosa, so this is Unit Lost. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. If you are an Orisa main, well then, let me know what you think. Like, I don't think I've ever met an Orisa main, so it'd be interesting to see your comments. Alright guys, follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming. You can join a Discord, which is discord.gg/UnitLost, and I will catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.